Hello. A few people have asked me how I do this trick, which it's an illusion. It appears that I am viewing either a video or a photo um, and with my fingertips, and I'm holding just the tips of the image, and I want to show you how I do this. I'm sure there's better ways, but this is how I do it. And I use this is with After Effects, and the tracking is done with Mocha for After Effects. And this is the end result. That's a pretty cool effect. Okay, in Mocha, you want to create your X spline and sort of outline your fingertips. Mocha is looking for a shape to track, and if you create just a square box, it's not going to track very well. So I just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different points and just roughly outline my fingertips. And click on the blue planar surface, and there you will see the blue square, and that is the blue square is actually those corners are actually your corner pins that you will use in After Effects. Click on the adjust track, and you'll see those red dots. Those are your reference points. You want to move those reference points over and keep the corner pins of the blue planar surface aligned with the red reference points. And once you start tracking, they usually will stay together. Okay, here I'm working first with my left hand, and okay, so we're only concerned about the corner points on the left side. So as we track, realign the corner points and the reference points so they stay on the thumb and the index finger. And when you make any adjustments, you have to go to Adjust Track and then go back to Track. And as you're tracking, it will drift. The points will drift, and so stop it, adjust the track, move the reference points and those corner pins so they stay aligned with your finger and thumb, and just keep making necessary adjustments. The red layer outline, which Mocha is trying to track, those will drift also, so you have to make necessary readjustments to those red outlines. And it's a long, tedious process. Stopping it, realigning, and just go through the process until you've finished your track. And then you'll do the same thing with the other hand. Okay, let's speed things up now so we can get through this. Each time you stop and make an adjustment to your tracking planar surface, you're adding a keyframe, and you want as few keyframes as possible. Ideally, you don't want any keyframes, because each time you add a keyframe, it's a slight jump in the video. Okay, now what I do now is I'm going to use this photo of a sunset. It's a beautiful sunset. That's what I'm going to be stretching and viewing between my fingertips. And go into Effects, Distort, Corner Pin, and bring in a corner pin and duplicate that, and then duplicate it again. So you have 3 sets of corner pins. The first one I rename left hand corner pin. The second one I call it right hand corner pin. And the third one will be the final corner pin set that I actually will use. The first 2 are just temporary. So we'll go into Mocha, highlight the left hand layer, export the corner pins only, copy to clipboard, and back into After Effects, highlight the left corner pin set, copy and paste, and back in Mocha, highlight the right hand layer, export the data into the clipboard, and in After Effects highlight the right corner pin data set, copy and paste. So now we have 8 keyframe sets, of which we only need 4. So we need, for the left hand, we do not want the right top or right bottom, so we click on that little icon, the clock icon, to delete those keyframes. And on the right hand side, we do not need the top left or bottom left, so we'll delete those keyframes. So we're left with those keyframe for the corner points that we want, and we'll copy and paste those into that bottom corner pin set that we will use for our video. And after we've copied those keyframe corner point data that we want, and I had turned the eye off for my picture there. I'm sorry I did that. Okay, so drag the image between the fingers and make any necessary adjustments to the scale, position, so the corners line up. Okay, so now it should stay in place. If you did the tracking well, you should be very happy with your results. But if necessary, you can reposition the layer as necessary. Okay, so now I like to add a roughen edges effect, and then I change the transparency down to maybe 50–60%, and it's kind of cool. Okay, I hope this tutorial was helpful, and have fun.